And we're back with more Honoring Black History, Mind, Body, and Soul. When we talk about breaking barriers, the name Frankie Allen comes to mind. In WFXR Sports' Ryan Moye got a chance to talk with the former Roanoke College basketball player who turned coach about how he left his mark not only on the Roanoke Valley, but the Commonwealth of Virginia.
I understood the dynamics of coming there and being the first Black boarding student, but really the first Black athlete to go to Roanoke College. There was some hesitation on the part of my dad, more so than my mom. My mom had worked actively in Charlottesville with the NAACP. I had been a part of a group that desegregated the schools in Charlottesville, so I was not unaccustomed to doing these type of things.
In 1967, being the first Black student athlete came with its fair share of obstacles. Just ask former Roanoke College basketball star and former Virginia Tech head basketball coach Frankie Allen.
Once we left campus to go play some of the places we had to play, there you might have some animosities and some friction and some things being said or done that probably weren't in the spirit of friendship or kindness or whatever. But we just endured all those type of things too.
Allen didn't let the jeering from opposing fans stop him. Not only is he one of the most decorated athletes to wear a Maroons jersey, his records have withstood the test of time.
Most of the time, you got cat calls from, if anything happened, was mostly started from fans. And those things still happen, even today, but, again, it was sometimes where you felt a little bit uneasy, but I always felt like we get through any type of situations that we have to have. And, those things happen, but, it was just a sign of the times.
The Charlottesville native was the all-time leader in points and rebounds in all collegiate basketball levels in the Commonwealth. He also averaged 24 points and 15 rebounds per game. Allen also led the Maroons to their first ever NCAA Division II appearance as well. He's the first player in Roanoke College history to have his jersey retired. And even with all of the individual accolades, he says the bonds he made off the court attributed to his success on the hardwood.
I could have been treated with a hostile attitude, but I've said this many times, Albert Probin, Jim Boone, a guy named Wayne Barnhart, there were a few other guys that were older guys that were expecting to play. Basically when I came in and started doing well, I was taking minutes of playing time for those guys. You have that dynamic, but I tell you, the way that they accepted me and realized that, man, this guy can help make us a better basketball team. I think all personal differences were put aside.
By using his abilities to break down barriers, Allen continues to open doors.
I've had the other student athletes, other African-American student athletes that came after me, even on campus. Kenny Belton, who came a few years after me, played for Ed Green and his guys, Reggie Thomas, and some of the guys that came in around the same time that he did. Those are the kind of guys that when you do go back, they say, well, man, you paved the way. So in a way, whatever I had to endure, was minuscule, so to speak, as to the big picture.
Allen's picture continued to grow. After graduating from Roanoke College in 1971, Allen turned his sneakers in for a clipboard and became a high school coach at the old Jefferson High School. In 1976, he left the high school ranks to join his former coach, Charlie Moye, over at Virginia Tech as an assistant. Then in 1987, he became the first African-American head coach of the Virginia Tech men's basketball team. He would then go on to be the head coach at Tennessee State Howard and Maryland Eastern Shore. In 2013, Allen was named to the Virginia Sports Hall of Fame. And as his legacy continues to be written, the game he loves so much keeps evolving along with the world.
When you start talking about, the different things that have happened, throughout the entire sports world, there's so much more to be done, but there's so much to be thankful for. So you just kind of take a deep breath, roll up your sleeves, continue to go to work, and just, think that in your heart of hearts that people have a lot more in common than they have that are different. Just sometimes it just takes a while for us to come together and realize those things. And the one thing that has been a kind of a bridge to that has been sports.
In Salem, Ryan Moye, WFXR Sports.
So I see why you love Frankie Allen so much.
I tell you, he's awesome. He's a baller shot caller, and it's great.
Right.
You know, it's great, Charmaine, to hear all these pioneering stories tonight.
I could sit at the feet of any one of them for hours. You know, just some amazing contributions from Black folks here in our area.
That's true, and guess what? We're not done with these stories because next week
not.
we'll have more. So we appreciate you joining us tonight for our Honoring Black History Month special.